my name is Toby, and I'm a photographer at TCD.
The MontyOaks.com exclusive.
Photography for me was more of like a progressive transition. Originally, I used to do a whole lot of designs and web designs, graphic design, and things like that. So along the line, I needed to get pictures, and I thought I'd shoot my own pictures and then use them for my design, and But originally, I had a bit of background in arts as well. It's a bit of crafting and then molding up things and doing a couple of things that are art related. And it wasn't really quite difficult to say, okay, fine, you'd move on to photography or do anything that's creative along the line. I get my inspiration from people around me, from the environment, the culture, different places that I travel to as well. And sometimes you get inspired by other people's work because no matter what, you still have to look at what other people are busy doing with themselves, and majority of the time you might get one or two inspirations from these things. When I started, there wasn't really a whole lot of challenges until I moved down to Nigeria, and then the electricity, and then getting people to accept what you do and getting people to value what you do as well were the main challenges, because a whole lot of people just look at you and be like, oh yeah, you're a photographer, okay, so do you have any other job? Because they don't see it as a job. The challenges are just one or two, and then I think electricity, power is the ultimate challenge as well.
The MontyOaks.com exclusive.
The more people get enlightened, the more they try to accept it. And then of course, when they see your paycheck, they're like, oh, so you can just take pictures and then be catching out, So in a way, people accept things when they see and then they learn about it. And then they see their peers, or maybe they see that you're doing good. In a way, it might not be very well, but at least you're making progress, and then they feel they would accept and maybe support your dream or your movement and everything. All right, I'd say the best piece of advice would be to improve on whatever I've started, and then to actually try and remain relevant as well, and also to find a way to do old things in a new way. The worst piece of advice would be to cut your hair. Yeah, cut your hair, I'm that would be a decision that I would, have to make by myself. Right now, I can't really say there is an high point, or there is a high point. Reason being, it's more of the best is yet to come. So every time could be, or any time could be the high point for other people. But for me, I don't think I've reached that point yet. I mean, the high point would probably be to get invited by Obama to, cover his daughter's wedding or just take some official pictures. I mean, things like that, basically, that would probably never really happen on a normal day, but it can happen. I mean, my friend Bayomo Boriowo is the photographer to the president, and he can say that's the high point of his own career. So for me, I don't think I've really gotten to that point yet, but it's a progressive state. Would be to educate younger people on how to be self-sufficient, give them trainings as well, workshops, school them, and then another would be to start up a photography empire, where people can come, learn, take pictures, do other things that are photography related, or even a media parastatal as well. To anybody that wants to be a photographer, I would say you should train yourself, get get to understand what you are going to be getting yourself into. And then you should understand the business part as well, because your passion is just your passion. And there is more to talent than just being talented. So you need to understand how to convert your passion and then your talent into like a money-making business.
EL Reports Changemakers, powered by Heritage Bank.